carrot-eating motherfuckers. All side, buddy. Short station, prepare for some deep shit. Bossy, you're a bitch. What the fuck?
Hello everyone and welcome to PWC 24/7. I am the Concept Short Station, here to introduce to you the Best of series featuring a FTA legend, a BCW king, a WFA legend, and the very last FTA World Heavyweight Champion. Bringing you out here right now is the man known as Slick Ric. Rick, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Best of series featuring 5 of your best matches, man. How the hell you been?
First off, thanks for the overwhelming intro. It was a little overdone, but I appreciate it. Yes, I was the last FTA Park Wrestling Champion. Man, we had a blast when we were kids back then, man. It's
Absolutely,
been, what, 17, 18 years since then. I'm in my mid-30s now. I mean, before Facebook and YouTube and all this social media bullcrap, before any of this COVID-19 bullshit that's going on right now.
Absolutely.
Every Fridays, Saturdays, whatever it was, we were down by the park entertaining the neighborhood kids. We were like the superstars of the neighborhood. We used to have a blast. I can't remember too many of the matches. Like, some of them stick out in particular in my head, but yeah, we had a blast, man. No one could ever get those days back. People of today, the kids of today, will never experience those years.
Well, I think we both could be honest here. I think today's kids don't really even have an imagination anymore compared to what we had back then, and that's due to the fact of the limited technology that we had. I mean, the only thing we were able texting was just coming out at the time, probably in 2004, 2005. I mean, but they would charge us like crazy. I don't know if you remember those crazy rates we used to get for sending text messages.
I don't remember. All I remember was every Fridays or Saturdays we were down there having a blast in the park. We kept ourselves busy. We kept ourselves out of trouble. It was a blast. Best times I had.
So now let me ask you a few questions here, because we got the Best of 5 series here featuring some of your best matches in WFA history, and even one of your FTA matches, probably the last FTA match that is actually on video cassette that I own, and that's featuring my debut against you. And but before we get into that, let me ask you a few questions here. Now, before you came to WFA, you started out in FTA, but even before FTA, you started in BCW. Now, if I could trace back in your mind here a little bit, a little memory road over somewhat, what do you remember about BCW?
What do I remember about BCW? I created it.
There you
But
go. Tell me a little bit about it.
So I was not an FTA original at all. I didn't get involved with them till not too long before, we all got older and stopped, became adults and stopped doing this stuff. But no, I had my own little thing that I would do in my friend's backyard on like mattresses and stuff like that, called BCW. And I don't remember how it came about, but I was talking to somebody who told me about FTAs, said come down to the park, check them out, they're pretty cool, blah, blah, blah. So I did, and I got to talking with a couple of them, and I remember giving them a VHS tape, no USB sticks, VHS tapes back then.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot who it was, too. It may have been Jay, or maybe even Wiggy, I don't even remember. Okay. And, they watched some of the tapes, and then at the time, that was when WWF, not WWE, was doing the invasion.
They got the F out.
Yeah, they were doing that invasion angle with Vince bought WCW.
That was 2002.
They thought it'd be a cool idea to bring us in and do like a little neighborhood park invasion, BCW, FTA kind of thing. And, we did our little thing, and then I wound up just becoming part of FTA, and we had a blast.
Now, who brought you into FTA exactly?
I honestly, I couldn't even remember and tell you. Right. I mean, over the years, I became kind of close with Wiggy. We would hang out outside the park, from time to time, and I would talk more so with him. I used to keep in contact a little with SAR, and I actually recently was who was I speaking with? Not speaking with, but friend requested Weasel on Facebook,
Cool.
And yeah, I mean, I was friendly with everybody. Nobody in particular that was like, "Hey, come join FTA." It just became a thing, and
Now, were you towards the end of FTA? Were you a part of FTA when it was on its downhill? Because FTA was widely known throughout the whole neighborhood at the time. Before I started WFA, I had a group in 17th Avenue Park known as EHW, which was I was much younger at the time. I had to be like 13 when I
well,
started.
I wouldn't
that.
say when it was on its downhill. I mean, I was part of it when, it was still a big thing. We had
Right.
the Friday nights. I remember the park being full of kids playing, and once we started our thing wrestling on the mats, everybody stopped what they were doing and watched us. It was like I told you, it was like being the superstars of the neighborhood.
Right. Now, tell me about your bumps, man. Because like,
What do you wanna know?
damn, like you would throw yourself like a freaking like a rag doll, like no remorse for your own body.
Well, like right there. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I was what, 16, 17 years old. I didn't feel anything back then. Yeah, but you weren't thinking about just throwing your body around. We were kids having fun in the park doing wrestling. Nobody was really thinking about the pain at that time. Now, in my mid-30s, forget it. I wouldn't even think about doing something like this. It's insane.
And you gotta remember too, even back then we didn't have the technology as much. So
Can you
not
imagine
everyone
having
had-
Facebook and YouTube way back then?
Mhm.
Forget it.
Exactly. Now, when you ended up becoming the FTA World Heavyweight Champion, who did you beat exactly for that title?
Good question. God, I don't even remember.
Wow, yeah.
That's how
This
bad my
happens to us
memory
as
is.
we get older.
I don't even remember. I want to say maybe I beat Jay.
Okay.
I think I beat Jay for
Violent J.
Violent Jay.
Okay.
And yeah, I think I beat Violent J, and I held the title ever since then. Me and Wiggy was supposed to work a match. That was supposed to be,
That was
the
kind of-
final FTA match. He was actually
That was
supposed to
so-
be the final FTA champion,
Right,
but it never came about. And I would have loved to work a match with him, but it just never happened.
Right. So that was going to be the closing.
That was going to be the
conclusion of
closing. Yeah, Wiggy was
Now-
supposed to be the last FTA champion.
Now, I remember towards the end of the FTA days, I made my debut against you, and then there was one last FTA show. There might have been two more, but I remember making a second debut match, and it was also Crazy Fist, aka Bernardo, made his FTA debut, and me and him had a killer match. It was probably my only win in FTA, actually. So, but yeah, I mean, FTA was a great group, man. I mean, it was definitely one of the originators of Cropsey Park for sure. Before
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
I had a lot of great memories there. Some of the best times of my teenage years was in that park with those group of people. It was a great time. Nobody could recreate what we did in that park. I had a blast, and so did everybody else there. And it was good times.
All right, man. So here's the thing. We got 5 of your best matches here. We got I got my match with you at FTA
Okay.
debut. We got your WFA debut here, and then we have your second return back into WFA, which was the 3-way dance between you, Tonk Pills, and So.
That's in my top 3 matches. I
Yeah.
would have to say that was one of the matches that sticks out in my mind. I definitely am looking forward to watching that match. It's funny because Tonky had reached out to me not too long ago, not too long before this pandemic, and we were briefly talking, and he had asked me about that match, and before Hurricane Sandy, I had everything. I had all kinds of VHS tapes with all the old footage.
God, man, I
and
wish I
Sandy
had reached
hit.
out to you at that time.
Sandy hit. I lost everything, and that was one of the matches that I would have loved to have to watch. So I'm happy that you got a hold of me and you actually have that match, because I'm looking forward to watching that match. It's actually one of my top 3 matches.
All right, man. Well, here's the thing. Why don't we get to these best of 5 matches here with you, and let's check one of them out right now.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. Slick Ric Best of Series Volume 3. Let's do this.